And we thank you for joining us right here at HSN. I'm Alice Carone. We are outside because we're getting everything ready for the big holiday season. And we have the perfect way, whether it's inside or outside. If you want to freshen up, coat of paint goes a long way, doesn't it? Well, wait till you see how easy it is for you to do that now, because we have the Earlex HV1900 lightweight paint sprayer. HSN priced $109.95, free shipping and handling, and 2 flex payments, 351712. What I really want to do is bring out our special guest, because Linda Lyday represents this product, and I want her to show you how this works, because truly I could tell you all day what painting is like. We've all been there, done that. We don't want to do this again. If I ever have to clean another one of these things, I'm going to scream. This is simple, this is easy, and you know, when you think about paint, Linda, so it changes everything, doesn't it? It
really does. It's the least expensive way to spruce up something. So curb appeal or interior, exterior, this is wonderful. Now, when you think about painting, like you said, you think about a roller, a paintbrush. Now, those are all fine if your surface is flat, but if you have any kind of detail, some of the things that I'm going to show you today, you do not want this. Now, a lot of people, when they hear a paint sprayer, they think of something like this. This is old technology. Now, just hold this in your hand and you'll see why. Especially for a woman.
Right.
Very top heavy. Yeah, very hard to control.
I could never lift this up for any length of time over my head.
Exactly. And also, it has a lot of spray, okay? A lot of overspray on this. This is old technology.
Sometimes they make a bigger mess than they really get more paint everywhere else than I do where I want it to be.
That's right. Well, not anymore, because the Earlex 1900 spray station right here. Let me show you what you get in the kit, and let me explain it a little bit. Basically, this is the new technology. It's HVLP technology. That means it's high volume and low pressure. High volume meaning it's going to get a lot of paint out on your work with very low overspray, low pressure. So this is the turbine. This creates all the air. The air then goes up to the tube here. You'll put your paint in here. Now, you'll thin out your paint, whether it is latex paint or a polyurethane, stains, varnishes, whatever. In the instructions, you will see how to do that. And you'll use this little viscosity cup, and this is how you'll actually do that process. Very easy. All right, now, once you do that, just hold this for a second. Tell me what you think about this.
Almost floats.
It almost floats. Well, we don't have any paint in there yet, but when you do, it is really, really balanced properly, especially for my hand and your hand. Let me show you some details about it. Now, once you get the paint in there, this is your pattern control right here. Now, when it's on the angle like this, then that's going to give you your detail pattern. It's going to give you a round pattern. When you want to go up and down, you'll put it vertically and you'll spray up and down. When you want to go horizontally, you spray that way, you just put that horizontally. Now, this is the control here that will control the flow. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. If you want a little more paint, you ease off of it and you turn it left, all right? This will give you a professional look, and it is so easy. It's easy to clean, it's easy to use, maximum control, and low volume.
Now, let's show them, because this is the fun part.
All right. Now, the first thing that I like to do is I like to take a piece of cardboard and test my pattern. So let me turn this on. Now, you see that it has, I'm going to go vertically. And you can see that gives a nice pattern there. When I was telling you about the actual detail, it's that. So let's get started, and I'll show you exactly what we want to do. All right, how many times have you done a louver door? And if you've ever painted a louver door, you get drip and sag with your paintbrush, not with this Earlex 1900 spray station. You can see how fast and easy this is. It gets up underneath these louver pieces with absolutely no dripping, no sagging. Now, when you want to go on the side here and you're coming down, you're going to adjust this and you go down like this. Again, down like this. And remember, that's on the vertical position. When you want to go on the side, You literally put it on the horizontal, and you can see how fast this goes. Maximum control, minimum overspray, as you can see. The other thing I want to show you, always keep the sprayer right in line with the work you're doing. I'm not doing this with my wrist. I'm literally keeping it straight. Okay, now how about on a ceiling, a popcorn ceiling?
Stop and look at this for just 1 second. Okay, it looks brand new. It looks like I just went to the store and bought a new lever door. And that's the beauty of a little bit of paint. And you know, how much does a gallon of white paint cost? And look at how fresh and pretty that looks. How long did that take you? I mean, really, a minute, maybe 2 minutes?
It's really fast.
It's remarkable.
The other thing is because you're thinning the paint, you're using less of it. It's actually going to last you much, much longer. Now let's go.
But you still get great coverage on this. I mean, you don't even need to do a second coat on that.
Absolutely. Now popcorn ceilings, because they have little peaks and valleys, you can see that this gets right up in there. Again, if I don't feel like I'm getting enough, I'm going to turn this, I'm going to loosen it up, and I'm going to have more paint come out.
You know, I have had repair guys tell me before that they could not do anything to the popcorn ceiling because they can't paint it.
Well, look at that.
Because they can't paint it. If you only buy this just to freshen up your ceilings, if you've had a leak and you haven't been able to patch it, you know, this is the time to do it. I will also give you a little, let me get over here. I have 800 of these to go around, so we do have a very limited quantity of these. What an opportunity. By the time, where's that whole big thing of trays and this, and if you have been there, done that, what you spend on all of this junk and all of the time that you waste, and you know, at the end of the day, Linda, the job just doesn't get done as well as what you're doing now. I have never painted lever doors because you can never, and I paint. I've painted my whole house many times.
I have painted many with lots of runs and sags because there's just nothing you can do when you have a paintbrush. Now let me show you what's really kind of fun about this.
Okay.
As I said, I'm going to put it on the detail. That's on this little angle here. All right, you see that? It's at the angle. Now, when I start this up, I'm going to do a little stenciling. Maybe my son, my daughter, they might want to spruce up something in their room. This is fun. This is the way to get the kids involved in on a project. All right, let them pick out a stencil. And then, you see I'm very high-tech here with this stick. I'm going to keep the stick in place here. And you see I'm going to just put some silver paint over these stars. And I'm not going to go too heavy on my paint because I don't want to blow up on my stencil. But you'll see here, in just a matter of a few minutes, a few seconds I should say.
Right.
There you have it.
Right. What would you pay in the store for a headboard that's personalized like that? You can have so much fun with this.
Now, also remember that if you want to change this out, very easy. This is very simple. You just literally take the hose out. Okay. And now I can put pink paint in here, right? And now I'm going to put the pink paint in, start it up, and we'll put a butterfly in there. Oh, if that's a little too much now, I'm going to put it down just a little bit. And you can see this is going really fast. I can show you how fast you can do this. And that's it. And then again, you just peel this off. And in no time at all, I have now a stenciled butterfly.
That is gorgeous.
Really nice.
And perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I could not do that with a brush. It would just never turn out right. I love the way, you know, part of it is because the paint is thin, but the other great part about this is no big mess. I mean, Linda, what do you end up cleaning up? Just that little plastic holder?
Absolutely. What you're going to do, the cleaning is very easy on this. And of course, I never like to do anything that there's a lot of cleaning involved, but it's very easy. It's in the instructions. You're going to use, like with latex paint, you'll use some nice soapy water and clean it. I won't get into that, but it's very easy. It's in the instructions.
Okay.
Now let me show you something else here. Okay, so I love yard sales. I don't know about you, but yard sales are just fantastic. And you can get things like a frame like this. Maybe you might want to put a mirror in it. Well, if you don't like the color of it, you get one of these sprayers, and instantly you can absolutely change the color. Now again, if it's not enough, I think gold would be the nice color for this. And you can see how fast this goes in. Now you can see a lot of peaks and valleys, a lot of detail to a picture frame like this. This molding, if you were to use a paintbrush, the paintbrush, if you had it in here, it would eventually then start to sag. This gives it that nice, beautiful, professional look. No drip, no sag, nice and even. And it's actually a lot of fun. I have to say that, you know, when you're painting using a roller, it can be a little bit boring. Not with this.
Well, stop right there for a second, because that's the other kind of effect you can get. If you just want to do something like shadowing, if you want to do just like a mixture of silver or gold, a lot of people are getting that rubbed look nowadays. You can do that with this. You could not possibly do that if you were trying to paint it with a traditional paintbrush.
Now look at how nice this is. Look how there's a very minimum overspray to this.
See how little this just sprays over? It really stays directed, but at the same time you use less paint. Easy cleanup. And what a price on this one. You're really getting the best value out there. 2 flex payments. Again, very limited quantities on this. This is safe for my hour. I'm so glad that you're here, Linda, because this is something that for me, I'd love to paint my house. You add a little splash of color to a wall, it makes all the difference. This is your chance to get something in your hands that allows you to do with complete freedom anything you want to do and make it quick and easy with no fuss, no muss.
That's right. Now, set your alarms in the morning because you're going to want to go out and go yard sailing. How easy it is to turn something, and I'm using a nice color like this that not only matches my shirt, but it shows up really well. Maybe your daughter would like a nice bright color. But if you had ever painted anything like this, with even a spray can, you know how much paint you go through in a spray can. How much spray, how much it will actually, you know, if you do it outside, which, you know, something like this you'd want to do it outside.
Well, plus with the spray can, they're so expensive.
This is maximum control, minimum overspray. You're not painting your neighbor's car. You're not, you know, you're just painting exactly the surface.
Not painting the dog that's sitting by.
That's right. And again, if you want to paint it a little faster, if you start feeling like you have a little more control, you can start letting out this control valve right here. And now look how much, and look how fast that's going.
Wow. That is amazing. And it really does look fun.
But look at this.
Again,
nice?
I don't know how you would try and paint this in a traditional way. It would take you all day to do it. You would not get the same results.
And again, yes, if you had any kind of a brush and you're pounding that paint in, well, you couldn't use a roller. You'd have to use a brush.
No, you couldn't. You'd have to use a brush. But then you'd get a lot of drips from it because there's no way to keep that too dry.
Absolutely.
Listen, you know, Linda, I could actually watch you do this all day. There are so many different ideas, so many different ways you can do this. This is awesome, guys. If you would like this on 2 flex payments, Linda, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we have lots of other great things, including Aman is back at HSN.